You can sail the 7 seas.
Okay, so we talked about TV villains, but what we're all waiting for, we really want to talk about movie villains. Bigger budget, so you can go fucking just crazy with the movie villains, or some over-the-top crazy movie villains. Everything you want in a movie villain is in the movies. Tad, movie villain.
Well, you said high budget. Well, here's the thing. Mine's kind of low budget. I like Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung from the Mortal Kombat movie.
He was probably the best part of that film.
He was the best part of that
And
film.
probably the only legit actor in that film.
Is mine.
Carrie?
He plays Shang Tsung again.
Yes, he is
In the animated
his
show or whatever.
No,
not animated,
not
the live
animated.
action,
The
the
live
short,
action.
the digital short or
That's
whatever.
right. In the second season of Mortal Kombat Legacy, he has reprised his role.
Looks the same age.
Carrie Hiroyuki Tagawa. The man is
Wait, his middle name is
incredible.
Karaoke?
Hiroyuki.
Or
Oh, you got me backwards there.
I'm sorry.
Hiroyuki. He's played a few roles, and it's really weird. Like if you saw the Phantom movie, he was the villain. Well, one of the villains.
Yeah,
in the
I've seen him in
Phantom
other
movie.
things. I know I've seen him in
Right.
other things.
Exactly. He was in Balls of Fury as a kind of
Ping
a funny
pong.
thing. Yeah, awful.
Is that the one with Christopher Walken?
Yes.
Christopher Walken is fucking amazing in that.
Yes, he is.
We will get to Christopher Walken at some point.
Will we?
We will. He's going to be on the show. Him and Timothy Dalton.
That's going to be an exciting show.
Tune in for that episode. They're actually going to mud wrestle, and we're going to record the whole thing on the radio.
Two of my favorite
Yeah,
actors.
that's nice.
Should be really exciting.
It's going to be very exciting.
This is a dream come true. Two of my favorite actors, half naked.
Yeah.
on the radio.
On the radio. Alicia, favorite movie villain or villains? Who do you like? Who do you love?
John Doe from Seven is my
Oh,
favorite.
that's
Yeah,
amazing. Kevin Spacey.
What's in the box?
Oh my
What's in the
goodness.
box?
Oh my goodness. That I don't know. That movie kind of really scarred me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's who I'm gonna go with for my favorite. I think he's sick and calculating, and yeah.
I can never
What
watch
I like
Fear
in a
No
villain.
Evil, See No Evil. I can't even say.
Cheer no evil.
Cheer no evil.
Cheer no evil.
Smell no evil.
He was the bad guy in that, but anyway, moving on. Agreed. Great film. Effed up film. It's one of those movies, though, I'm disappointed that somebody told me the ending before I got to see the film. I'm like, why would you
Oh,
do
that's
that?
awful. That's
Why
a movie
would
you
you
do
guys do
not
that?
And I
want
think someone
spoiled.
should remake it.
I think they should. They should twist the
No.
ending.
No.
Just joking.
I think it's solid.
I want
I'm just
Shyamalan to do
joking.
it. I want Shyamalan to do
Yeah,
it.
right? Add a new twist.
Yeah.
What the twist?
Michael Bay, perhaps.
The
Oh, so many
water
explosions.
is in the box. That's the twist now. The new one.
Speaking of Michael Bay, what's your favorite, Robbie? Who's your favorite villain? Movie villains?
Michael Bay's going to be on next time.
Ian McKellen's portrayal of Magneto comes to mind.
That
Awesome.
was one I was thinking.
That's a
I was
great
thinking.
one. And he's so good, especially in X-Men 2.
Yeah, X-Men 2. is
When he
awesome.
just looks at Rogue, he's like, "We love what you've done with your hair." I'm like,
What are
"Oh,
you
he's
going-
being catty. Magneto's being catty, and it's awesome."
Like Wolverine's going down there, he's like, "What are you going to do? Scratch it with your claws."
Hans Gruber from the first Die Hard movie.
That's
by
what's his
Alan
face?
Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Who's such a great actor.
Fantastic.
And
Hans
Tom
Gruber.
Hardy's recent portrayal of Bane in Dark Knight Rises. Man, I have quoted a villain no more than Bane in The Dark Knight Rises.
And
I love that movie.
Tom Hardy is a fantastic actor. The way he changed his body to take that role
Yeah.
is incredible.
He went from being very ripped to more ripped. How did he do it?
To huge. That man is
Massive.
huge.
Massive
don't
in that
think
movie.
And he surgically had wings implanted on his ankles because he thought he was playing Namor. They had to cover that up with CG.
That's interesting.
The more you know.
Did the rainbow just come across with the sound effect? Ding, the more you know.
Brooks. Favorite movie villain? Top movie villains?
I liked Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins.
He says it correctly as well.
Liam
Yeah, even though
Neeson.
everyone calls him Ra's al Ghul.
I'm not going to lie. That's actually how I pronounce it.
That's how they pronounce
how
it on
they-
Arrow, too.
It's
yeah.
how they pronounce it in the film.
That's how they pronounce it nowadays. But it is Ra's al
It's
Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh,
Liam,
is it?
dude, that movie fooled me.
Yeah, I know.
I felt
I
stupid,
thought
too.
that
Because he
I
has
thought the
the...
old guy was Ra's al Ghul too. Like
He has the Ra's al Ghul fucking beard.
Yeah.
And I still didn't realize Liam Neeson was Ra's al
Yeah.
Ghul.
It was so perfect when you found out.
Yeah.
It
Is
makes
Ra's
sense,
al
though. He's
Ghul
the
a
biggest
phantom?
name in the movie. And you're like, oh, duh. If he's the biggest name, he's probably got a more substantial role.
That's a fair guess, but I was fooled. I was completely fooled. I figured that he'd come back, but not as Ra's al Ghul.
I'm going to go with somebody we didn't talk about that you don't think is a villain. We forget about horror films, and those guys are villains. And my favorite horror film villain, Freddy Krueger.
Freddy's a good one.
I
Robert
love
Englund.
Freddy.
Straight into
yeah,
your
Robert
dreams.
Englund, not this any other shit version. I don't care
That's
if they're
not a bad movie.
I don't care if they're in Bad News Bears or not. Great film, by the way. But freaking Robert Englund, yeah, he's such a good job, and he isn't. People are like, oh, he's not even scary. He's just funny. No, they make him more sarcastic as it goes on, but he starts off very intimidating, very scary, and he owns the character. I mean, he was that character.
Yeah.
And no one's going to replace him.
You know, bringing up horror movies, Mike Myers is badass.
And
but
Michael Myers.
Due to the recent news of Phantasm 5 actually finally coming out and being done, Tall Man. Tall Man's a great villain because he's mysterious. You don't know anything about him aside from like alien, ghost, something's crazy old man turned whatever. Boy.
So this is not a sequel, though. They're relaunching it, right?
No, this is the 5th movie.
Oh, this is the 5th movie. This is
the
okay.
5th movie.
I didn't know if they were going to just
It's got
restart
Reggie in it. It's got the kid from the first one. Yeah. This is the 5th movie. They have to do it. Angus Scrimm is getting up there in age.
He's the guy from AC/DC, right?
Yeah.
Angus. Who names their kid Angus?
They like fucking meat, so fuck you. Not fucking meat. I mean, they like meat.
Maybe they do. I don't know. To each his own.